All right. It's been quite a while. It's been, I think, it's been more than a month. It's been more than a month since I've been on either YouTube or Twitch. It's been more than a month since I did any streaming at all. I've been pretty busy with my new job, so getting comfortable with it and everything. So I really just haven't felt like playing. Oh, well, not streaming. I've played some games here and there on my free time, but I've just been so focused on the new job that I just haven't felt like streaming. This was really the first night since I started my new job that I really felt like it. So, here we are. And I thought, you know what? Since it's been like a month, it has been a month, more than a month, since I played any of the other games, I thought, you know what? Let me start something new. So we've got Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. So not 7, not 15, not 7 Remake, Final Fantasy VIII. Squall Leonheart, whichever. Actually, I'm not sure which one is the right one. But here we go. Final Fantasy VIII. As always, for anyone coming to the stream tonight, thanks for coming. I appreciate the support, and of course, welcome back. And let's get started. Debating if I want to let the opening credits run. I'll let them run for a bit. Let's see. I know there's an opening cutscene. This must be nice, actually. I like Final Fantasy VIII because the way it works is your enemies actually level up with you. So as you level up, the enemies in this game, they also level up with you. So it's actually better to avoid battles and keep your character's levels low. Because the lower the character levels are, the lower your enemy levels will be, and the weaker their stats will be. So it makes it easier. Now, granted, obviously, you stay at a low level, they level with you, so, well, what tips the scale in your balance, in your favor? This game has a magic junctioning system, so you can draw spells from the enemies and stock them, and then you can actually junction those spells to your stats through the summons, the Guardian Forces in this game. And as you junction spells to your stats, it obviously increases your stats. So that's what gives you the edge. That's what strengthens your characters, really. You can level up, but as you level up, your enemies will level up, so it doesn't really change that much of the difficulty. The way to really strengthen your characters is to junction stronger and stronger spells to their stats. I'm actually gonna skip the rest of this. New game. Okay, here it is. I couldn't remember if the opening cutscene was after that opening credits or if it was after you hit start. It was after you hit start. So this I'll let play. I'll let the opening cutscene play. So yes, I do like the junctioning and draw system. The summons are interesting because you can strengthen them as well. You can level them up and strengthen them in various ways. They also allow you to junction magic to your stats. And when you summon them, they have their own HP levels. And when you summon them, there's a short pause before they actually summon. And during that little time period, until the actual summon sequence begins, they'll actually take damage for you. Which is useful, you just gotta watch their HP, because obviously if their HP is depleted, you can't use them. You can restore their health, like yours, in various ways. I don't play Final Fantasy VIII a lot. I don't play Final Fantasy VIII a lot. So I don't remember where everything is. Like, I play Final Fantasy VII, 15, and Remake more than I play Final Fantasy VIII. But I remember quite a bit of it. And wham. Squall's weapon is a gun blade. It's a gun and a sword. It's actually really cool. What is my name? I'm gonna keep their standard names. I'm not gonna change their names. One, because I named the title for the stream Squall's Journey. So if I change his name to, something, then it kind of, So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep the characters' names what they normally are. I like the birds in the background. I enjoy this one. Not as much as Final Fantasy VII and 15, or 7 Remake, but I enjoy this one. I play it every so often. Usually when I'm feeling nostalgic. So in this case, it's a little bit nostalgia, and plus again, it's been a month, more than a month since I played the other games. So I think I'm just going to start fresh, something new. And I still might get back to the other games. I don't know. Figure, start something new. There's also a really fun card game you can play in this. We'll see it soon. She's finishing his sentences because she knows him so well. And this is Garden. The students are basically trained to be mercenaries. Has a big desk that she's sitting at. Actually, they're all sitting at big desks, I think. So before we go, can I do it now? Yeah. So before we go, you want to actually activate the console. This guy gives you some basic information about the game. Teaches you literally, teaches you the basics. Is it under tutorial? Yeah. So if we go under tutorial, and it actually gives you your first 2 GFs. So you want to make sure before you leave the classroom, you want to make sure you get these. Otherwise you have to run all the way back to get them. And again, I'm not going to change any character names. I'm not going to change any summon names. I'm just going to keep everything the way it normally is. So these are the lightning and ice summons. And one of the things, we can't access it yet, because we're not technically Cs yet, we haven't graduated yet. Once we do, you basically assigned a seed rank, or level, that determines how much you get paid. And then you get paid every so often in the game, and that's what you use to spend to buy items. Once you've graduated, you can take a test, whenever you feel like it, to upgrade your level and increase how much money you get. So that's something you can do here. You can do it anytime. Yeah, you can do it anytime. And it also shows you the card game rules. I'll explain about that though when I start playing it. So there's not really anything here. If you played the game before, then there's nothing here that you really need to look at. It just tells you some basic stuff. But if you've never played it before, then yeah, you can just like glance at it. The main thing you want to get is the GFs. That's the main thing. You want to make sure you grab those. Again, otherwise you have to run all the way back here before you start the basically the first little quest. So our first mission is going to be the Fire Cavern. Not really. Yeah, so she does kind of tell you that you can access the console. That's just to kind of, if you've never played it before, that's just kind of give you that little nudge that you might want to go take a look at it. And again, the tutorial gives you your first 2 GFs. A few students there, nothing important. You can just talk. There is somebody over here. Not this person. That's Selfie. She'll be one of the party members later on. She's a very energetic character, I'll say. She's the excited school spirit type. Woohoo. And she jumped up and down. Okay, so now she's gonna follow along with us. We're gonna give her a little tour. I think we want to talk to this guy. He'll give us, yeah. So he'll give us our first game cards. And then once he gives you the cards, if you want to play cards with someone, you press the square button when you're next to them. So he gives us 7 cards. So if you're going to play the card game, it's good to get those, because that gives you, I mean, there's a GF ability that turns your enemies into cards, but, you know, if you want to start playing right away, you want to talk to him and get some cards. Actually, you know, I've never actually not gotten them, so I wonder if you don't get them, can you still start playing? I've never actually not gotten them from him. And I was just showing her the directory. Hot dogs. I mean, I like hot dogs too. I like hot dogs with mac and cheese. Actually, that sounds good, actually. I want some hot dogs and mac and cheese. Alright, let's see. Before we go... Matter of fact... So, this is the card game. Every new region you go to, a lot of them have different rules. The most basic ones are open. Trade Rule 1. The trade rule can change, the basic rules can change. It can actually get pretty interesting pretty creative. There's a lot of rules and trade rules that can be annoying, and there are ways to eliminate the rules in each region to make it more simplistic. But I probably won't do anything complicated like that. So I'll probably stick to just basic stuff. And then you'll see each card has numbers. And those numbers basically are the amount of power, I guess you could say, that each card has in those positions. So, that's balanced. That's decent. He's got good on the right and bottom. I think I'll keep the bat. And maybe this one. Basically, the idea is when you place them, so for example, if I put this one, just say, down here, that would probably be its strongest starting point, I think, because you want to keep its weakest positions basically covered. So here its strongest are at the top and the left. Top is 5, the left is 3. Now, if the opponent uses anything that's higher than those numbers, they can take over the card. They can flip it to their side. Since my cards aren't very strong, I think I'll start with something that I'm willing to give up. I think I'll do this one because it's got a really weak left. Its only really strong point is the top. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just going to put it here. I'm going to basically let my opponent take that one. And now I'm going to try to see if I can turn it around. Although, I don't have anything that's stronger than his cards on the bottom. Actually, maybe I should have kept the one with the 6. Let's see. Okay, I can't beat any of those numbers. If I place this one on the bottom, he won't be able to take it. But I can't take either of his, so it's going to be a draw. So I won't win anything, but I won't lose anything either. Now he's actually got a really good card that you want to try and get from him. It's the Moogle card. And it's really good to get early on. Another card you can get, another character card you can get right away is the Quistis card. You can get her from someone in the cafeteria. And I think those are... Well, also if you go to the nearest town, you can get the Zell card from Zell's mother. So just to show, so if I want to junction a GF to my character, I'm going to go under junction. I'm going to pick a character. Junction, GF. And here I've got the ones for lightning and ice. So right now the only stat that I can use this one for is magic. And I can use Shiva for spirit. As you level them up, they have their own abilities, and you can add more stats that you can junction to for them, so it won't just be those. But starting out, you are a little bit limited. Increasing the magic stat is important because the higher your magic stat, the more you'll be able to draw in stock of magic from enemies and draw points. So you want to have a high magic stat, because that'll improve your chances of drawing and successfully drawing and stocking not just magic, but more of it from your enemies and draw points. So that is important. And also it increases the strength of your spells when you use them to attack. Shiva, you can attach Spirit, which is basically your defense against magic spells that you're being hit by. So I'm just going to go ahead and give Squall both of them for right now. And then now once you've junctioned a GF to a character, you can go under their magic and junction spells to the stats. At the moment I don't have any magic, so I can't junction anything. And depending on what stats you have available to junction to, there's your HP, your strength, vitality, magic, spirit, luck, hit, evasion, and speed. Another thing is you can also junction spells for elemental attacks and defense against the elements. So you could add fire to your attack for enemies that are weak to fire, and you could add, say, ice to your defense to lower the damage you'll take against an enemy that uses ice magic. And the same goes for stat attacks and stat defense. You can attach, say, sleep or blind to your attack to blind or put your enemy to sleep when you attack them. And you can also increase your defense to all the stats with this one. And as you go too, you'll be able to junction more than one spell to these. Not to the attack, but to the defense. So there's going to be quite a bit you can do. Another thing, once you junction a GF to a character, you can choose various commands and abilities to give that character. So for example, each character starts with attack. Once they've got a GF junctioned, you can also give them magic, GF, draw, and item. Definitely want to have draw, because that's going to let you basically gain spells from your enemies and draw points. So you want to have that. And you can draw and cast magic at the same time. You can draw and cast it, or draw and stock it to hold it in reserve. So you don't necessarily have to have magic attached. I would say you want to have draw, GF, and item. And once you start getting abilities, I'll get in. Once I start getting those, I'll get into those. But I don't have any yet, so. But I would start out with draw, GF, and item. Because again, I can't do anything with magic anyway. I don't have any magic yet. And then if you want to look at the GFs themselves, you go under GF. And then it shows you the compatibility with each character. The higher the compatibility number, the faster the summon sequence occurs. And then you can also pick things for your GFs to learn. So, by default, it's set to learn basically something that will increase its overall damage by 10%. You can also learn the card command, which lets you turn your enemies into cards, which is very useful, obviously, for the card game. And I could also pick the HP or Vitality junctions, so I can junction more spells to more stats. There's also Boost, which lets you boost the damage that the GF does. And this one lets me basically take items that I pick up in the game and turn them into magic, which I can then junction or use. So, this one, a lot of them have a lot of really useful abilities. Card ability is very useful. I would say learn this first. That way you can start turning your enemies into cards. And then the next thing might be the boost ability to increase the damage that the GF can do. And then maybe start learning things that let you refine magic from items, as well as the stat junctions. I usually learn these ones to increase like the GF, damage and HP last. This one is one of those abilities that once it's learned, the character can equip it. So this is good to have too. Right now I'm going to start out with card, because I want to start turning enemies into cards, basically. And for Shiva... I think I'm going to start with Boost. Boost only costs 10, so it doesn't take long for them to learn Boost. So I'm going to start Shiva out on Boost, and then I'll probably switch Shiva either to the Ice Magic Refinement, or to Strength or Vitality stat. We'll see. There might be something on the ground here. There is a draw point. Again, you just pick a character, and then they'll draw spells from the draw point. He stocked 9, which is decent. And again, if you have a higher magic stat, then the higher your magic stat, the more you'll draw from those draw points. A lot of the draw points will basically respawn, others won't. I forget if this one does or not. It may not, I forget. But you see right now it's blue. It was red before, so if it does respawn, it'll be red again. But right now it's blue, so you can't do anything with it. And I think there's a magazine you can get. I forget when you can get it, though. There's some other draw points you can find. Oh, and speaking of which, so since I have a spell... So, here you see, so the 9 Asuna spells, if I junction them to his magic stat, it goes from 6 to 7, and his spirit goes up from 5 to 8. So, I would probably equip it to his spirit, since it gains 3 points, rather than his magic, which only gains 1 point. Typically, when you look at junctioning spells to stats, try to find the spells that you have that'll have the highest impact on the stat you're junctioning it to get the most out of it. But then, of course, you want to watch, because if you use the spells, it'll also lower how many you have in stock, which can change, or in that case, lower the stat that is junctioned to. The training center, we could go in and we could find some more spells to draw there, but I don't want to go in there without at least one other party member yet, so there might be a draw point in here. I think it might be hidden. Yeah, I think when you have the ability to see the hidden ones, there's another draw point in here, if I remember right. I think you need that so you can see it. I think you can't access it if you can't see it. We get to the cafeteria. I might... that's just the dorms. We get to the cafeteria. I might do some more, I might try playing cards again. I'm not going to challenge the player that has the Quistis card. Need to find an opponent that we can beat. Get some starting cards off of. Alright, so the guy on the right, he's the one that has the character card. The one on the left, I forget what cards he has. We might be able to take him. Let me try real quick. I forget who has what cards. I know there's basically a beginner opponent that you can play. Yeah, his are a little strong still. Yeah, his are a little strong still. Now your opponent goes first. It gives you an opportunity to maybe flip one of their cards. So like I could flip them with the red bat, but then anything he puts out, he's going to flip the red bat. More than likely that's what will happen. He wouldn't be able to flip his Grendel back over, because he doesn't have anything higher than a 4. Since that Grendel has a 4 on the right, he would need something higher than a 4 on one of his cards left. None of them are higher than 4 on the left. So I could flip it, and he wouldn't be able to flip it back. I think I'm going to do that. So because my red bat had a 6, it flipped the Grendel's 5. Now he flipped my bat with his bat. Now I could also try and flip his bat. I could do that. I can't beat the 6 on top. I can beat the 1 on the right, or the 1 on the bottom. Let's see. What I think I'll do is I think I'll flip my bat back over. Yeah, so what I can do, I can flip my bat back over. No, wait, that's wrong. There. No, I can't. Never mind. I don't think. No, wait, yeah, I can. Yeah, if I use this one. And then nothing he has on the left is higher than 5, so he can't flip any of mine right now. So the trick is to try to look for cards of your opponent that you can flip over, that either the opponent can't flip back, and hopefully can't flip yours. Now, just to stay safe, to prevent him from flipping any of my cards, I can play my Jesper, or Gesper, because he doesn't have anything higher than the 5. And then the safest bet would be just to put this on the bottom. Either one, really. Because you wouldn't be able to flip either one of them. And I'm already ahead of him by 1 point. I've got the advantage at 6 over his 4. So as long as he doesn't flip any of my cards, I win. Now I can pick one of his cards to take. Bat is strong with a 6, but its other ones are pretty weak. Same for the Blood Soul. Grendel is kind of balanced, I guess, mostly. It's got 2 4s and a 5. This has got a 7, a 3, and a 5. I kind of think I want this guy. Because he's got a 4, 5, and 6. The 7's a higher number, but I feel like his... To me, this just looks a little more balanced out. And I think I need cards that have a little more balance to them. I definitely need to build up the cards that I have before I try to take the character cards. And I should start with the Moogle card when I do. There's no rush. You know, I can go out and I can try and basically change some enemies into cards and then come back. Which actually isn't a bad reason to go to the training center, because you can find a T-Rex there. And you can actually card the T-Rexes, which gives you a pretty decent card. There's also a chance that when you card it, it'll turn into an even better card. I think Shumi Tribe. There might be a draw point around here. I can't remember. No, I don't think so. Nope. I thought there might have been a draw point here. I know there's one or two in the training center. I'll go there later with Quistis, and that's probably when I'll card a T-Rex or two. And then after I have a T-Rex or two, because I think their stats are decent for the cards, I think then I'll probably try and get the Moogle card and then the Quistis card. And then when we go to Zell's hometown, I'll get his card. Oh, and that's right too, and we'll also have a chance to get some GF cards too. Having those will help. I'm mostly looking for draw points right now. I thought there were some other ones besides, but I'm not seeing them. I'm not going to the training center yet, so. Matter of fact, when we face a free, do we get his card too? I forget. Yeah, it's just tough at first because your cards are really weak. You can challenge the guy at the reception desk here. You can challenge him, but his cards, if I remember right, I think his are decent. He's got some pretty good cards actually. So I wouldn't challenge him just yet. There's a draw point over there on the left. You see the red things coming up out of the ground. Cure. A lot of the early spells you can draw them out pretty good. So you see here, Curie's got 6, doesn't do anything though. And it wouldn't do anything for a spirit stat either. So we're not even going to equip that. Quistis. Now we're going to get basically the tutorial I was going over, the explanation I was giving. She's going to explain it. I should have waited. I forgot she did it by default. Junction enables characters to power up and use abilities. But to use them, Junction must be GF must be junctioned. She's just going over basically what I just went over, so I actually can't turn on triple speed. Oh, I'm gonna try and rush through it. Basically, it's just what I was talking about before. You junction a GF, then you junction magic, then you junction abilities, commands, all that. I'm just gonna go through it kind of quick because she's just going over what I was just talking about. So I should have waited. You junction a GF, you junction magic, junction commands. Again, I usually start out with GF, draw an item, because you don't really have much magic to use. There will be other abilities, command abilities, that you can get too, like card. Basically, instead of, say, draw GF an item, maybe draw GF and card. Or pretty much always use draw. At least until later game, you don't need to use it as much. And you might drop that from the list. Early on, you want to always have draw on most, if not all, your characters, because you want them all to be able to draw out spells. Now we're outside. I think if I remember right, I think if you run along the road, you won't run into any enemies on the road. But once you step onto the grass or the forest or the beach, you can get enemies. The fire cavern is just over there where that cave is at. Got a little mini map down there. You can make it really small, like a globe, make it a little bit bigger, or do the full size. Let's see what else. Menu. Let me go ahead and... I'm just going to start over. So, I'll give Quistis... it doesn't really matter because you can't do much yet. You only have 2 of them, and you only have 2 stats you can junction to. Stats are about the same for the characters, so it doesn't make much difference. So I'm just going to go ahead and give Quistis the lightning. Actually, no, I take that back. I'm going to give her ice. And again, I'm going to give her draw, GF, item, no abilities yet. And I'll give Squall the one for lightning. And let's do draw, GF, and item. And we start with some basic items: potions, phoenix downs, remedies, and tents. Lots of items to get. Here we can see what cards we have, and what their numbers or element if they have one. If they're a monster, a boss, a GF, a player, and the total number that we have. Just go ahead and save here. And save it on block 7. And then I'm just trying to decide if I want to go and draw some spells. Well, we'll just head to the fire cavern. I want to get the card ability. So, because Squall has a gunblade, when he attacks, if you... basically, his gunblade has a trigger. And if you press the trigger at the right time, you'll get a critical hit. You want to hit it. You want to hit the trigger button basically just before his sword hits the enemy. And I don't think I got it that time. I'm actually gonna skip, well, I'm gonna let Quistis draw and stop. And, matter of fact, let me let them both draw and stop themselves while we're here. Alright, so scan, it has scan and fire. So scan is good because it lets you basically scan your enemy and see what their HP is, kind of what their strengths are, and it tells you if they're weak to any elements. And you see, like, right now they're not drawing a lot. They're only getting maybe 4 or 2. They're not drawing a whole lot each time. So we want to kind of build up our magic a little, and give at least one of them a higher magic stat. It's good for them to have a few scans here and there, but we don't need a lot of scans. Nice thing about this game is every enemy has spells that you can draw and stock. They're not always useful. Most of them are. Depends on how you play it. Depends on what kind of spells you like to use. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack again. Actually, you know, I might have got the critical last time. I might have. Because that was only 43. So I think I might have got it last time. Yeah. I think I did get it, actually. Oh, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Alright. So again, they get experience, and they can level up, and they can also get various items. The items can be used to upgrade their weapons. The items can also be used to create more spells, depending on the abilities of your GFs. And then you also gain AP, which is what levels up your, basically what levels up your GF's abilities. So in this case we got 1 AP. So, like Boost for example started out needing 10, so we just got 1, so it needs 9 more to be mastered, or learned. Just take a quick look now that they both have a little more in the way of spells. So... Huh. That's interesting. I'm surprised that 20 fires wouldn't increase her spirit at all. Huh. I thought that would have increased it at least a little bit. Huh. That's odd. Take a look at his magic. So, Suno would raise it from 6 to 7. Oh wow. Yeah, that didn't really change much. Alright. A little disappointing. Something that would change a little bit more. We'll definitely have to draw more spells. I've already explained this. By junctioning magic can raise a character's stats. So, again, you can't speed through it and you can't skip it. I don't know why. Yeah, she's just explaining what I was just talking about. Different spells affect their stats different ways. I got a haircut too this weekend. I got a haircut, and I saw Shazam! Fury of the Gods. It was okay. It wasn't as good as the first one. Gets better towards the end. It was okay. If you like superhero movies, I would say go see it. I would definitely check it out if you like that stuff. At least that one we can skip. Yeah, if you press the trigger button at the right time, it'll do extra damage. Basically, it gets a critical hit. So the only thing that the time limit really does is it can just affect your score and your siege rank later on. So the more time you give yourself, the lower your siege rank could be. I think I'll do 20 minutes. 10 minutes is enough, but I'm going to do 20. 20 should be fine. I'm going to do 20 because I haven't done it in a while, and 10's probably okay, but too late now. fire cavern. And let's just check and see what spells they have. So they've got scan, is one. Let's see what the other spell is. Oh, thunder, not bad. Draw a few of these. It's good to take at least a little bit of time and draw some spells each time. At least a little bit. And then each enemy just draw a few more. Okay, we're on a time limit, so I don't want to overdo it. So, it's just good to have at least a little bit. Yeah, so there, yeah, I got the big hit. And in this case, I'm going to draw and cast it on the enemy. So in this case, instead of stocking it, she drew it and cast it. So when you defeat the enemies, you get experience. Now, if instead of attacking and defeating them, hold on. Ooh, 13. It's not bad. If instead of attacking and beating them and getting experience, if you attack them, I actually don't want to. I don't want to waste too much time. I'm just gonna run from them. I just don't want to waste any time. Prefer one or two enemies at the most. Okay, here's another one. I think it starts out with all the basic spells. Yeah, it'll have fire, thunder, and ice, or blizzard. So I'll draw a few blizzards, and then we'll probably move on. Yeah, so if you completely beat an enemy, you'll get experience. If you weaken it and turn it into a card, you won't get the experience for the characters, but you'll still get the AP for the GFs. So, once you have the card ability, the best thing to do is to card your enemies, turn them into cards, to minimize the experience that your characters get, and to minimize their level gain. Let's didn't get the critical that time. Should have used Blizzard. There we go. That's better. Now, so in this case, they beat it, so they'll get the character experience. But once we get the card ability, we want to weaken enemies and then turn them into cards. Alright, so it took us a little less than 5 minutes to get here. That was not going to take that long. That felt pretty good, about 20 minutes. I want to draw from him too a little bit. So we are fighting the GF of Freeze. He's got Fire, Cure, and Scan. Try and grab some Fires. We'll probably grab some Cure spells. not going to heal them yet, because when their health gets low enough and they go into the yellow, they can start using their limit breaks. I'm actually going to let him weaken them, so I can show off their limit breaks. So while I'm waiting for him to weaken them, I'm going to draw some spells. That time. Now, I don't have a boost ability yet, but the way that would work is, well, I'll explain it when I get it. I don't have it yet. That's some decent damage. Then he actually comments if you use the GFs against him. I need to heal her, actually. Shoot. Yeah, I need to heal her, actually. Now I need to heal her. Okay, good. Ah, shoot. I have to cure her. Actually, might want to heal her up a little bit more. Okay, there's her limit break. Laser eye. She did basically the same damage as the GF. Yeah, so it's not a tough fight. It's a tutorial fight. Just so you can learn the basics. So now we also have a Freaks card, which we can use in the card game. And 20 AP. So Shiva learns boost. That's good. she's going to talk about the elements. So we took a little over 10 minutes, so it was good we actually went with the 20-minute count. So she's going to talk about the elements now, and we're specifically junctioning elemental spells to the elemental stats. So this is just to say that if you attach, say, fire to your attack, you know, you'll do more damage against enemies that are weak to fire. And if you equip it to your defense, it'll reduce the damage you take from a fire attack. And that's all this is. There are some spells, like Shell and Protect, I think, and they increase multiple elements at the same time, at least for your defense. So, it's good when you're junctioning to your elemental defense to use spells that increase your resistance to multiple elements, not just one. So, if all you have is fire, blizzard, thunder, well, yeah, use those. But when you have other things that, and like it's saying here, if you see the green star, that's when the value goes over 100%. So anything over 100% resistance, you absorb. So it's got the star, and if you look under the elemental defense, it's got the star and it's at 50%. So that means you'd actually absorb half the damage. As healing. So you would gain half the damage in HP restored. And if you do multiple copies of the same spell, you could fully absorb the spell. Like in that case, you'd absorb 100% of the fire damage. It depends on what you're fighting, what the enemy is using. You know, if they're using a specific element, then you may want to focus on just that one element. Because then not only will you not take any damage, they'll actually heal you when they attack you. So just for example, okay, so the Squall, GF's, Afreet, you see it's got the strength junction. So we'll junction Afreet to Squall. And then we'll go to magic. We'll just see, so he starts out at 17. And if we equip fire to his strength at 38, he'll go from 17 to 20. Or we could equip it to his magic stat, but I'll keep a Sinna on that. And then we can also equip an element to his attack. But since we're not facing anything specific, I'm just going to leave it empty right now. And since Shiva learned the boost ability, I'm going to pick something else for it to learn. I'm going to go ahead and pick out the Water Ice Magic Refinement from items. That'll be the next one. And Free, I'm going to give him boost first. And this one, since I can't pronounce its name, will keep learning card. Needs 16 more. And then we'll probably do boost and then Lightning Wind Magic Refinement. Now we don't have to rush. The time limit's turned off. We can just take our time. Okay, so here's a bomb. A living, sentient bomb. Fires. Because again, since fire is equipped to his strength, the more fire he has stocked, the stronger his strength stat will get. He did 92 damage. This is pretty good for the beginning of the game. And she only did 53. Draw a little bit more. That wasn't even critical, that was just basic damage. Yeah, you just want to watch the experience. Because again, your enemies level up with you, so it's better to keep them at the lowest level possible, and then, I was gonna run it first just to avoid getting experience. Now let's just see real quick. Okay, yes, now his strength, because he got more fire spells, his strength went from 20 to 22. So just like that, he went up 2 more points. The guards are gone. Don't know where they went. They're taking a lunch break. I'm not gonna get a lot of AP from them, so I'm just gonna kind of skip them. Because I don't really want to get the experience. If there's an enemy we could fight at the beach, we would get more AP, but I think I'll just keep playing the game. Now GF tutorial that we can't skip. So again, yeah, the GFs level up as well, and they gain new abilities from the ability points. Or there's something else too, because you do want the GFs to level up a little bit, so you do also want them to, as you gain experience and level up, they'll level up too. And there are certain abilities that can only be learned, I think, when some of them reach certain levels. So like free, I think you want to level it up to a certain level to learn certain abilities. Thank you and good luck. Still kinda want some hot dogs. Don't want to challenge him yet. I might. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let me save first, because if we lose, they'll always take your strongest card, and we don't want to lose the freak card that we got. So before we challenge the little kid again, I think we're gonna go challenge the guy over here. See if we can't get some good cards from him. So we got the Afreed card now because we beat Afreed. Now we use that. Keep that. Maybe that. Maybe that. So he's got nothing higher than a 5. That would take the top. And for the left, he's got nothing that would beat the 6. So if we start with this guy here, it's a safe bet he won't get taken. Now we can see what we can try and take next. Let's see. Fortunately, he can take just about anything else. So we're just gonna play it safe. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this card, from the bottom. It's going to make it 6-4. Oh, he actually didn't do what I thought he was going to do. I thought he was going to take that one card back, but he didn't. So, well, either way, we win. Let's see, I think I might take the Chimera card. Yeah, I'll take the Chimera. Let's do that again. So now we've got a Freak, Chimera, this guy. Keep the red back, it's got a 6. And keep that guy. Let's see. His bottoms have nothing higher than a 5. And his left can't beat the 6. I think I want to put this here again. Start out with that. Let's see. If I can take that, he won't be able to take it back. Could use this now. Could take that. We wouldn't be able to take any of them. Yeah, we're going to do that now. What I was hoping he would do. That's okay. Just go ahead and take that. Let's see. It's got a Tonberry. I like the Tonberry better. That's not bad. Nah, he got away from me. There he is again. Take another shot at this. Creep, Chimera, Tonberry, this guy, and... So I kinda like this red that has a 6 on it. Yeah, we'll use that one. Ooh, the Moogle card. Sweet. Let's see. What should I start with? Maybe I should start with something. Let's start out with a free, because I know he can't take it. Let's see. I could take the Moogle card. Then you can take my time there. Darn. It was a draw. It was close. I need something that's got... Started out first. Now have the Mini-Mong card. Kinda wanna go to the cafeteria now and get the Quistis card, but we should save first. Because the last thing that you want to do is lose a good card. Well, it's not always true in this game. Sometimes you want to lose a good card. There are some situations where that can be beneficial. But it's not one of those situations right now. Now we meet Zell. Yeah, if Squall is Cloud, Zell would be Tifa. Just like her, he's got punch attacks. punch and kick. He can actually do a lot of damage if you set him up right. He's the squad leader. The list. Shame they didn't make it so that's her mouth's move. I don't think he was wearing a mask. Cypher's is such a jerk. Chicken was the guy who just hit puberty. You can explore the town a little bit, but it's good not to linger, because it can affect your overall score and your rank. So it's good just to do the mission. We'll have a chance to explore the town later on. That's the town. If we go see Zell's mother, we can play her at cards and we can get Zell's card. Yeah, there's stuff you can draw from the enemies right now, but they're so low level that we're not really going to get any really great spells off them. What you really want to do is play the card game, and then you want to use, you actually want to take the cards that you win, and you can actually modify the cards, spells, and items that can be made into spells. So that's how you get a lot of really powerful spells really early on. You can boost the character's stats a lot at the beginning of the game. So we could give Cypher a GF. He doesn't really have to have one. He's only a temporary party member. Yes, that gave him everything that Callistus had. Right now, I'll give him Cure on his Spirit. And I'll give Squall. I just keep this the way it is. So I'm letting them stockpile spells for junctioning, and I'm letting Cypher do all the attacking. Okay, so a free learn boost. So let's just take a quick look. Let's see. Card is 5 points away. And that's still 19 away. And we learn boost. Let's do fire and magic refinement. Could be squalls too. Place this limit. character's health stays low enough, they can keep using their lunar breeze. Oh, nice. We can start carding enemies now. So what we want to do is... Here we go. So we go to Junction. We pick the character that has the GF that has card. We go to Ability. And then we're going to want to change one of these to card. Let's go ahead and change item to card. We have the card ability. Now see, here's card mod. We learned card. Now we can do card mod, which lets us refine items from cards. I think first we're going to learn boost, though. Let's just take a quick look. Okay, right now his cure's at 100, so that's the best thing for his spirit. What we're actually going to do is I'm actually going to give fire to his magic stat, because that'll more than double it. That'll make it easier for him to draw and draw more when he draws from enemies, or from draw points. And for his strength stat, the next closest is Blizzard, so I'm just going to put Blizzard on that one. And pretty soon we'll be fighting an enemy that's weak to thunder magic, so we'll equip this for that battle. I don't know if we can, I forget if we can card people. Find out. Let's see if we can card him. Nope. We can't turn people into cards. Kind of a shame. And there's Selfie again. The girl from earlier. We were showing her around the garden. She might look a little klutzy, but she's really good with magic. There he goes. So you can jump down the cliff, but if you do, it can lower your seed rank. So it's better just to go around. Try to minimize the experience in the level. Probably should have skipped some of those other battles. Now, Selfie's going to be a little more permanent, so we're going to go ahead and give her a GF. So, let's see. I think I'm going to keep a Freed on Squall, so I'll take this one off of him. Of course, that also takes away the card ability, so I'm going to give him back the item command. And then Selfie is going to get that. So she'll get to have draw. I'm trying to think. I don't think we can card either of the enemies we're about to face. I don't think we can. So this isn't going to be any good right now. And let's see. And then go ahead and give her all the fire. And boost her magic to 20. Because she can always draw it off or something. Yeah, we'll go with that. Actually, you know what? Let her get the magic real quick. difference. She's continuously drawing 9 each time, and they're getting less. Or, you know, an assortment of numbers. Because she has such a high magic stat that she's able to draw more each time. She got 9 again. Let's talk about some thunderstones too, because the enemy we're going to be fighting is going to be weak to thunder, so it's going to be good actually for them to have thunderstones. So we didn't get any more experience, but I'm trying to minimize the experience right now. Okay, that's going to be good blind. Definitely want to get some of that. Nice. So we're gonna have two battles here. We're gonna fight these two guys, and then we're gonna fight a monster. And then after that, when we head back down the lift, I think I'll probably save, and that's probably where I'm gonna stop. But, because I think we can use the save point again now. Alright, so you see if they have boost, you see the little square. So as long as there's no X on it, I can tap square. And the higher I get that number, before it fades away, the more damage the summon does. Now this is the real boss fight. This one has a spell called Double, which is pretty useful. I'm not going to be able to get many of them probably, so let's see how many I grab. I just may have Selfie grab them because she's got the highest stat. It's gonna be tough. That keeps our HP around 300, I think. And so what happened was, the reason we got a GF, one of the first things that we drew from the boss fight, the boss actually had one of the GFs. So one of the characters drew Siren, and when they drew the GF from the boss, we got to keep it. So now we have Siren. 30 minutes is plenty of time. He took the elevator. Oop. I was gonna have to triple speed on. So he just activated basically a giant robot. But alright, so before we go anywhere, let's check up. So we learned boost, that's going to be good for this fight. Next thing, if we do this right, we can come out of this with some really good stuff. Basically, we're going to kind of fight another boss. It's going to be a giant robot. But here's the thing. When you beat it, if you fully deplete its HP and run, you'll get the, I think it's like 50 AP for the fight. But then it chases you, and you can fight it again. You can fight it, I think, at least half a dozen times. And each time, you can get 50 AP if you deplete its HP. So I might try to do it at least a couple of times to maybe try and learn some of these new abilities. I'm going to start with card mod, because I want to get that out of the way, because that's going to be really useful. Shiva, I think we're going to do Vitality Junction. And keep that on fire magic until it learns it. And I think we might do this. Well, we'll learn boost first. No, we'll save that. I think I'll start with those. Could start with that. Well, we'll see. See how many of those battles I do. And let's see. So it's got Magic Junction, Status Attack, and Status Defense. So somebody doesn't already have Magic. He's got Spirit. He's got Strength. And she's got Magic. So she already has Magic. Let's give it to Squall. Alright. Actually, you know what? No, I take that back. Because... Wait. Yeah, take that back actually, because what's going to happen actually is I'm going to attach Thunder Magic to his elemental attack. It's going to boost his damage against this enemy. And so he might be mostly attacking with physical attacks or thunder magic. Probably physical attacks. And items, maybe not so much item, maybe magic more in this case, because now we have a good supply of magic to use. Rather than using items. Still can't use the card ability, so we'll keep it this way. him Siren. Let's see, I think I'll do that. I'll put Thunder on his magic, so that'll boost his magic damage. And let's see. I don't know if it'll do anything. And so you see, basically, okay, so I equipped Blind to his status attack, which gave him a 7% to his status attack. So it's a very low percentage, but there's a chance that he might be able to inflict blind on an enemy. Asuna gave all his status defenses a 2% increase, almost all of them. Most of them got a 2% increase. Again, it's not much, but it might give him some protection against those status ailments. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to do for setup. Yeah, so that's all I'm going to do for the setup. Ooh. Oh wow, that whole time it was using my timer? Oh, I didn't know that. Shoot. I messed up there. Yeah, actually, maybe I should do these fights now. Shoot, I didn't realize that was eating up my time. I thought that paused the timer. Shoot. No, I'm gonna wait till next time I play. Alright, so I'm gonna stop here. I think we'll be okay. I just may not stop to do as many fights. Yeah, so I'm gonna stop here. Just because it's getting late and I do have work in the morning. So, but hey, it's great to be back. I'm not sure when I'll be streaming again. It may not be until my next day's off, because I get home kind of late now. I start later and get home later. But we'll see. Otherwise, yeah. But for everyone that came tonight, thanks for coming to the stream. I hope you enjoyed the show. I appreciate the support. Thanks again for coming back, and hope to see you again, and have a good night. Wait, what am I doing? Whoops.